Hey everybody, it is episode 83 of the Comedy on Vinyl podcast, part 2 of 2 of the Rusty Warren interview. I was so excited when I put the episode up last week that I forgot to mention that the day I put it up was actually the 3rd anniversary of the show. So happy anniversary to us and to those who enjoy the show enough to consider themselves a part of it. And those of you who do, thank you very much for listening. And I'm glad you like it. This was just a lot of fun. Obviously, no clips in this one. I'm just going to let it run. Mike and I just had a ton of fun speaking with Rusty, and it was a genuine honor, and it's nice to be able to call her a friend. And so enjoy this, and also please enjoy our theme song. We finally have a theme song, courtesy of one Mr. Richard Levinson, who is an amazing musician, wonderful composer. So enjoy Rusty Warren, Part 2. We were listening to Knockers Up last night, okay? And it just seems like throughout the whole album, you're trying to get all the women to join in.
Yeah.
Just to shed this, like, the guys in the audience, they're used to body acts. That stuff's directed at them. But it seems like this whole time you're like, listen, ladies, just play along. This is for you. You're allowed to, you're allowed to enjoy this stuff as much as the guys are. Was that a challenge, a legitimate challenge for you?
And I got to tell you how it took years before. Because in Roll Me Over, number 6, and is really in a fix. And it's all the ladies that slept with their husbands before marriage now sing. Of course, they didn't. They didn't.
Silent.
Whatever. And all the men who slept with their wives now sing Roll Me Over. It got funny. Yeah. And it really got funny. I said, okay. And then we did, but that's... Okay, now in the early 62s, 1962s, and where Knockers Up was all. Then the Knockers Up, it started with Knockers Up. Dayton, Ohio is where I brought that thing that came out, because I did a thing. I worked, a guy that owned a restaurant, but pizza was his favorite, but he'd own a big Irish, Italian guy, as sweet as they come. Typical, big. And I'm doing Come On Girls, Get Your... I didn't write the song yet. I haven't written the song yet. Get Your Knockers. And we talked about the boobs. And little Annie No Knockers over there. And silly stuff. And he's come out with a picture. And he, come on, ladies, let's march. So I'm a pianist, so I get the march rhythm going. He's marching. He's dragging down. These are his customers. They know him.
Yeah.
So the ladies... He gets the gal up, and she looks at her husband. He says, "Go ahead, if you don't, they kill you." Then they get proud of her boobs, and if they get one with the big boob, get up there, like show them what you got. You're mine, and it's psychologically it's a real picnic. And they did, and the little no monks didn't want to go because they didn't have anything to show. It was a silly thing. But anyway, they started marching around, and I started doing it. Back with the shoulders, roundabout. Come on, get your knockers up, and it's all it came. It came flying out of my mouth as I was doing the thing, and while they were walking and then I added some more stuff to it. What are you doing? More stuff to it, and it became the Knockers. Then I was doing it a long time. About another year, I put it on the Knockers Up album. Yeah, it came on that album after the first thing came by, so that's when that was recorded. But it was you talk about women's attitudes, and when I was in my 50s, just before I retired, I was doing this circle in the round. I was doing theater because I didn't play that much the piano anymore. Okay. I had a conductor that took the band, and he had a spot for himself on the show, 20 minutes. I have guys that did that part. And it was funny. Then I did all the women who slept with their before marriage. Then they sang. Then I used to say, all the girls who like it say, I like it. Then they yelled out. But years ago they didn't. You talk about the transition. Wow. Yeah. I had probably talked them into it over the years. My albums, unbeknownst to me, because women got more aggressive.
Yeah.
Without being masculine.
Sure.
More aggressive in their needs. They wanted to be made love to, and they wanted to have orgasms.
Sure.
Which they didn't qualify in the early years. If it happened, it was great.
Right.
Because it scared them first. That feeling scared them. That all of a sudden, oh, this is quite interesting. But now they practically, I guess they insist upon it. I don't know what young kids are doing now, but they certainly know about different forms of female orgasms. It's more than one.
Right.
And they found that out. And now you read books and people this, and you watch porno. God, you can watch good porno, nice porno.
Right.
If there's a wife, or erotic songs, whatever. They do interesting things, which gives you ideas if you don't know what to do, what is done, and if it's comfortable for you, you do it. I mean, that's how we all learn anything. If she's willing to go along, and usually she starts it. Usually she said, "What do you mean? I'll show you how to do this." But men have come a long way, God bless them. They have. They've come a long way, and I'm glad to see, because I've been to a lot of my, ladies that are grandmas like myself, who see the young weddings, like you kids just recently got that. We get and ended up at the grandma table, but we see the guys get married, and they love and what goes between the couple. And sex is not an issue.
Sure.
It's not an issue at all. I'm saying this. I know it's an issue in your relationship because it's part what love is. But it's not. It doesn't rule your life.
Right.
She's not worried about when her next orgasm is going to come because she knows how to get it easy from you because she's a sweetheart. And, all this stuff goes, and if there's a problem, they fix it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, if there's something you don't like, or you get to be in a routine, and that's what is naughty 10 years later with the guy. He gets bored, and that's where you have to watch the other woman in his life. That sneaks in and tries to, because she's bored with her husband.
Right.
And it depends who you are and what you let happen in your life, and if it would matter or not.
I think
and
that
if you could do it and leave it and not, I always said, don't fall in love. Stay with me, with whoever it is you want to do it with. Do it. It's quick and it doesn't matter anything.
I think what you said is perfect. Men have come a long way. But I also think that you and a lot of women who pushed the envelope for women to tell men, you need to speak up. And what you were saying early on, who slept with their husband before marriage and it was quiet, but then 10 years later, they've learned to use their voice and speak up and tell the men what they
Well, men were never taught. They just taught to get in and get on. Well, they used to put a hole in the grannies. Years ago when they had the carts going across the country, the prairie things and all that, they just had a hole in the nightgown. That's what he put it in. It was that sad. Oh, I'm not saying every prairie lady did all that. They had 75 kids, for God's sake. But kids had nothing to do with it. They were not stopping children. When he did, he was the boss of the band. Yeah. And she just did what she loved him. He was a good farmer or a dentist or whatever the hell they were in those days. It's so different. I don't want to go back in that era, either that or go to in the European days of 1600s and the 1700s, and those generations. Whoa! Wow! You'd gag for days. They don't bathe for years. But we're used to cleanliness. Yeah, we're both sexes. More so in America than Europe. If you know Europe in any sense, especially the women. Really, but the ones that don't know, and the men, it's a little still more male, but their sex, it's not, it's more here the way you have it. It's nice because like I say, it doesn't run your life. Right. It becomes part, and you hope when you have children that you'll be able to take time for yourself. That's very important. And not that you're not going to love your kids, of course you do.
Sure.
But you've got to take time for you two to stay in love. Like you feel now, you want to stay. And it's not easy for the woman as well as the man.
Right.
Not that she's going to go out and trip, but she could.
Sure.
You know, she could. She's certainly aggressive enough to do it. It's not that she's the wife at home and doesn't get any, you know, from anyone else. She could have. I mean, you know, there's a lot of that went on in our histories with the woman next door with the neighbor man, all that crap, you know.
Did you ever find...
Men were not supposed to be with one woman, let's face it, vice versa. But we are in that's what we do.
Right, we civilized ourselves. But, well, and you helped civilize us more. Because it feels like, I mean, I don't know if you felt this as it was happening, but it always seems to me the big challenge was making men as well as women accept that women were also people. It just, you know what I mean? The same thing with civil rights for blacks. It was a big thing. You have to not just accept, it's not like we're better than you, it's just we're even. We are human beings, and people don't
Good
take
for
women
you,
that
Jason.
way, you know what I mean?
Yeah, good for you.
And there's still a challenge to that,
Yeah.
the things you were talking about earlier, you know, like using sex. If you use sex, you're not treating them like a human.
I would have liked to meet that type of man that he is, what he's saying in my generation. This truth in what you believe in. And you're a man. I mean, you're not
I was
whatever.
raised by a very smart lady
Yes.
and a very smart man.
And really, it's something that I had to live with, and now I recognize in the 80s that I see what's going on, because I've always been a finger on the sexual attitudes of people around me, and I have known all kinds of friends. I have gay friends now and straight friends, and married friends, mixed colored, you know, people, all that stuff. It's all part of living and having a friend. Either they're your friend or not. And, you know, I don't care what color you are.
Sure.
I mean, if you're the kind of gal, I had a black man who worked with my executive secretary for years. You know, and then a gay guy that did all the clothes and sewing and backstage in Vegas and all the gals. He made G-strings for half the dancers.
Really?
You know, and and he was tough. Though I gave him one of my mink coats and cut it down, and the male was wearing mink coats at the time.
Oh, really?
He got one of them, and he had a tam and a mustache and a beard. But he carried a knife when he did, because he had a whole big car full of my gowns. And I mean, a guy driving a car, somebody's going to stop him.
Yeah.
And look the way he did out here for police.
Right.
So I had a letter. That this is my employee, and this is who he is, and a picture, and he has permission to have my gowns and my music and everything that was there, and lights, everything was carried.
Go to all those lengths just to protect
him. Because he
him.
used to stop it, and I found out later, he'd stop at rest stops and do all the truckers.
Oh no. Oh no.
I found that out a long time. But that was the Rolls Royce that we're parking in the trucking lot.
Actually,
both cars, the shipping cars and my car that he drove in, because I flew.
In all the interviews that I've read, I haven't gotten much of a sense of what your Vegas show was like. Because the way I read it, a lot of people say the basic history was, you know, it was harder for people to get excited over hearing you say the word knockers or whatever, and so maybe the record sales dipped, but you got to have a show in Vegas. You still got to sort of have a career
25 years
in Vegas.
Yeah.
So what was your show like? How did it? You know,
it came on the albums. I recorded 2 or 3 at the Aladdin, and I played the Aladdin. I played the Dunes and the Flamingo, and the Del Webb International, and then the last was all the Saharas with those guys.
Were they really big? Or was it just like a huge
No, we
numbers,
have to
or
do
just
45 minutes though.
Oh wow!
Because it's a lounge. We have to wait till the show comes out. And they come in and to see us.
Wow!
Oh, wow.
Yeah, 40. The star shot was 10 and 2 o'clock.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's
And so the 2 are the lounge act. The other one was Gladys Knight. She did the midnight.
Wow.
And a couple of other musical acts, the loud ones, like at 4 in the morning,
Yeah.
when everybody's drunk, and that was the guys. The guys are the musicians like that played stuff.
How many do you have a favorite album out of all the ones?
No,
you've
every
had?
year was a favorite.
Yeah.
Every year I got new stuff and played a couple of Playboy clubs and broke some of the material because it was small venue.
Yeah.
And when I'd gone on the way to Vegas, I'd stop. I did one in Phoenix and one in California, the Playboy clubs, and we broke it. Well, Joe Rivers did the same, and Phyllis. They all did. We went and broke in our stuff for Vegas, see which worked.
Yeah.
Which worked. Because in Vegas, you can't go in with working it out. You got to go in with something you're comfortable with. You got all new material.
Yeah.
Get most new material every year. That's where all the songs came from.
Right.
They were written for me, or I used them. The talk is all mine. All the talk stuff was mine.
That's a big part of your act too. That just having that relationship with your audience. How do you get? Did you ever have to deal with hostile audiences that you had to turn? I mean, everybody has to, I guess.
Well,
you have to turn around.
I'm very good at ad-libbing.
Yeah.
And I've had 2 or 3. Mostly the ones that came there were fans. They wanted to see me.
That's good. Okay.
And the big circle where I had 3,000 or more people in the circle of the round that I played 2, one in Vegas, the DVD was done there, one in Phoenix in Southern California, Circle Theater, whatever, one up near Sacramento. And you had to pace because you got a circle to work with. You can't start over here and end the joke over here because you're going to see me say it. So you've got to figure what one you're doing as you walk around.
Wow. As
you do this, because I had everything set so I could cover the whole circle.
Wow.
I didn't go out into the audience. And when I was in Detroit, there was a lot of miscarried with people. Was the car industry was having problems, and they were people were stopping work, whatever they call those things.
Strikes.
Striking and doing that. And a couple of people were out of work because of the strike, and I happened to be there. Well, one incident came up where a guy was sitting back, and I'm doing the car routine, where you get the dash it, you had the trunk before you got a chance to say no. You had it, that one of those, and the Nash thing. I don't know why I chose Nash, because it did it, I suppose. One guy took a drink and threw it up to the stage. It missed me. My drummer was, my Italian drummer, God, love him. He got up, and what was, what's with you? And his wife said, "Sit down, honey." Well, someone tried. One guy grabbed him, and he got out. And I said, I finished the routine. And I said, "I'm sorry if I offended you. I know I'm in the car industry of the world here in Detroit, and I'm sorry that they fired him. And he had a drink, and he got mad at the world.
Yeah.
So whatever.
Yeah.
But everyone understood it. They understood it probably more than I did.
Sure.
But the whole police was saying, I'm sorry. I mean, he didn't mean it. You got to stay with them. It's their people.
Yeah.
Their people.
Yeah.
So, I just went on with my show. So that was a little sort of frightening because he missed me. I don't think he was really aiming at me. He was just throwing at it.
Right.
Throwing it at it. I don't know if it was a beer bottle or it was a glass, something like that. But, of course, we have guys working in the club that, they were ready to throw him out. I said, no.
Yeah.
I said, no, don't do this. Let me handle it.
Yeah.
So we did, whatever we did was fine. And they backed off because these guys were big guys. Boom.
Right.
Get these guys out of here. And I said, no. That's Mr. and Mrs. America out there.
Yeah.
We're not talking about some guy carrying a gun under his shoulder.
Right.
But, then, and I had one lady tell me afterwards, I was teasing her husband, which was fine. I gave her a free album after we signed it, because she being such a good sport, because she had big boobs and whatever. And so, but I was teasing him, and she said something to me. She said, "You can have her, but not for too long," something like that. I said, "Well, if it's too long, I don't want it." My mouth just flew out with whatever. And so, it's just, you got to stop it from happening. Even though you're talking about sex, you got to put it not in the vulgar sense. You got to put it wherever you want to put it.
Yeah, can you talk about that a little bit? How you were really on the cusp of being blue without going vulgar.
Well, I never wanted to do that.
Yeah.
Because I dressed beautifully and I had the gowns. Everything was bad. There was nothing. I had an androgynous personality on stage. I wasn't a female. I wasn't a male. I was an entertainer.
Okay.
So, I didn't use my body in the show in any way. I was talking about your body and your body and your body and her boobs and stuff like that. So, and then I would never use the F word. I'd use damn and hell, and stuff like that. But it wasn't necessary, because that puts vulgarity in their mind, and they're not vulgar people. They're people that just got a kick out of some albums.
Yeah.
And they don't talk that way at home. They're probably, this the Bible Belt we're talking about.
Yeah.
And I was very big in the Bible Belt.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
Wow.
Oh, the whole South, the whole U-Haul section of deer and they're considering what the subject was. It was tittering.
Yeah.
I think that's some of the brilliance of it, is that it lets the audience put it in their head. It lets them do it in the second part. It lets them imagine what...
Nobody screamed F from the audience or anything.
Yeah,
that's great.
They wouldn't. If a man did that, I think the wife would be terribly upset. If her husband... I can't see a woman doing that. No, not the kind of people I had.
Yeah.
I can't see them. It wasn't that kind of... Once they got to know me, they knew what show they're coming to.
Sure.
In the early bars that I played with up and down in New York, sure, I had a lot of guys at the place, trying to, make you and buy you a drink, and you just keep them quiet. Nobody's going to hurt you.
Yeah. One of the other things too is I got a few research materials ahead of time. I had no idea how much competition you were for guys like Bob Newhart and stuff who got on TV. You didn't get on national TV,
no.
But your albums sold really well.
I broke. The guy you mentioned. What's his name?
Bob Newhart?
Yeah. Bob, he's still alive, so he gets asked at certain places to talk, to do whatever. He's a nasty little man. But that's okay. He's funny, very clever. But he didn't tolerate me. He didn't particularly care for me at all. Which has nothing to do with it. We've met twice, I think, in my life. Anyway, it worked that what people do, it's amazing what they think about, especially men like Newhart, and because they still think they're 12, and he still thinks he's God's gift to the world. And this comes out bad looking the way he does now and acting supercilious. Young people don't put up with this. Who the fuck do you think you are? And then that's why. So when I found out he was going to be on the bill, then he found out I wasn't. He didn't want to do it. He wanted to get out of it. And I told the buyer, they said, let him do it. I said, I have nothing to say about the man. I didn't say it was a jerk or anything. Let him do it. I said, you'll find another spot another time. I can do my thing.
Yeah.
So, but a lot of this, a lot of, because I outsold the album department. I've been on that Billboard thing. I'd been 12, 15 years in the first 10.
Crazy.
When it started with Knockers Up.
Yeah.
And then bounces back. First he bounces back, and then a couple of other thing.
But for you, it was word of mouth that was selling. You know what I mean? You know,
Yes.
you weren't going on the Tonight Show talking about my new album.
Yeah.
Like that just blows me away. That's kind of actually how. That's one of the things that's changing the record industry now.
Clark. I did Merv Griffin.
Oh, really?
In my town, because I came into their town.
Yeah.
Cleveland, Indianapolis. I came into their town, and there was a daytime show.
Okay.
So they had me on the dates. Look who's opening. And it came in, blah, blah, blah. 12 minutes, 8 if you're lucky, you know.
Yeah.
You know, to get, and they were very nice. Merv was always nice when he started out like that. And he, you know, became absolute. But I didn't want to go. Johnny Carson wouldn't put up with it. I'm too raucous. I'm too strong a personality.
Yeah.
The only strong personality he liked was Kay Ballard. He liked Kay, and he liked Phyllis, and he didn't like Joan.
Yeah.
They had opposite problems. And all that politics that went around. But I got on a couple of shows, but it wasn't what I was selling. I'm not selling. I found out, even when I did theater, I played the mother in the Torch Song Trilogy.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But I was tall, and they wanted, you know, Estelle Getty was small.
Okay.
When she passed on, they took the tour show to London, and I auditioned for that, and I was too tall, but I did it in 2 productions, one in Southern California and one in Phoenix Little Theater.
Oh, wow.
The local theaters. I did the mother, and it was a good shot, but I knew I wasn't an actress at that point.
Yeah.
I know I took some lessons from Stella Adler, but but I didn't. I couldn't be anything but me.
Yeah.
Whatever character it was me.
Yeah.
I played. I was a book agent, one of the things, the legitimate ones, and I played. I played the lesbian warden in that warden thing. They played
Chicago?
off. It played off jail. They killed me at the end, so it was okay. But there was a lesbian sex thing in it, and I didn't. The director had to, you know, do the situation, but because they put me with like almost your color hair. They had me with the wig, not my own, a wig thing, and they made me. I'm heavier now, but I wasn't heavy then. They made me a little bit heavier, and I had this belt and all kinds of. I mean, dark butch, and they had me in the shirt, you know, the tie and the gun, you know, and I was I was obviously having sex with all these gals that were in my area. Women Behind Bars.
Oh,
okay.
That was it. So I played that, but I knew that, no, I was just not going to be an actress.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't have an option of anything else but what I did as I got older. I said, well, once I'm finished, and I retired in 1985.
Okay.
That's when I folded it in.
Were you playing Vegas at that time? Or were you,
I finished. The last one was Trump's Castle in Atlantic City. I worked one there before I goes down, and then the DVD had been made in one of the theaters, so that was in process. So that came out.
Wow.
It's just so crazy because you talk about, you know, you can only be yourself. You didn't find yourself as an actress, but that's what everybody loved, and that's the reason again that word of mouth sold your album so well.
It did.
You know, and nowadays, you know, Mike's a musician. Mike knows a lot about the record industry. Am I wrong? That's kind of where the record industry is going now.
Yeah.
Word of mouth is what's selling everything. That's how the internet works.
Yeah.
You know, you can't really get over people's heads with a stupid ad as much anymore.
You
Exactly,
know
yeah.
what happened? Way when I did, I wanted to make sure that my fans saw me and they could get hold of the albums. So what Jubilee did was they sent me 50 albums, whatever it was, to be there. The lady that would be my road manager. That took care of that situation. And I went out and I signed albums for when they come off. I gave a free one to the lady with the big boobs, or anyone else that took my garbage, any little lady, whatever. And the husbands came, and I signed anything that was signable with lemon. You can't believe how many boobs I signed. I said, well, you hold it, I'll sign it, lady. It was really, really crazy. Why anyone would even want my name on their kids. But, I mean, it was fun. And they, at the table, I had a card, a mail address card. You want to be on my mailing list? You want to get informed next time I come into Indianapolis? Or blah, 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 blah. You put it. And I had now, thank them, why didn't we have digital and what we have, technically speaking? I had to give it to a printer who has nothing digital. They had cards. All the cards that came into him, I'd send him the cards, and he'd put it on some kind of a thing. I don't know. But he had it by state. I said, just do it by state and 50-mile radius. And that's what he figured out. So when I said, I'm opening in Indianapolis at so-and-so, this date to this date, 10 days, 12 days, before I even got near the place, it was sold out.
Wow. That's brilliant.
And that went to Flint, Michigan, Detroit, every place I played. I had a list before I left California about where I'm going. I had 3 cars out, the 2 guys with all this stuff. My car, they have to drive, and the equipment car with my sound and all that stuff. Because, you were in a barish kind of thing. It wasn't Vegas with sound band and whatever. I mean, no, I carried my own mic, and I put a little color thing on it, because that's what you use. And so that went down the road. And I signed and sold, every place I went.
That's crazy.
Then I had 2 albums to sign, because another one had come up the next year. Then I had another one.
Wow.
So, I mean, I kept doing it, and it was word of mouth, exactly what you said, Tracy. It was word of mouth.
That's crazy. That's still pretty
non-traditional. They brought it home and played it, and I got to get that. I just did a signing. This is, how many, 50, 60 years. I went over to Arizona to go to my storage room. Because with Library of Congress wanting this stuff, I had to see what was in there, what I could tell them I had in order to do and what needed to be done. And an email from some lady, is a fan of mine, who also bought my house that I had, my ranch house that I lived in for many, many years. And she was the 3rd owner. Graham Kerr bought the first time in 1989. When I moved out. I in 85, 89. And I had it since 1960. But it's the house that Knockers built. That's what they call it. Because I had a gate in the back, towards the back area, and there's a rubber boob, and they put it over the bell. And you have to push the tin in order for the bell to ring in the back way.
That's great.
Yeah, and there's a whole story about the plumber that wouldn't come visit. So I'm one of the Mormons, I guess. But all the silly things. So I've collected that. I have that also. That bell is still around. It's all in my memory.
Oh my God.
So anyway, I went there, and the lady gave me they belonged to the Paradise Valley Country Club and all that stuff. And so I stayed in my bedroom that I had. She made it bigger. I had a mansion. She had a castle. Because I had a lot of property. Because I was into horses, so I had the barn. She got rid of all the barns and stuff, because she wasn't into that. And they had other things, and two swimming pools. She has kids, teenage kids and stuff like that. Lovely young, well, they're in their 50s. And people, and just great. She said, no, you can't come here. You stay at my home. You'll be my guest. So I did. So over there, she gave me a party. Just her people, not fans, just her friends that were fans from the country club and stuff. There were about 25 people, that's all. Because you can't open the doors, you get God knows what. I mean, I wouldn't do that to her. She wouldn't do it.
Sure.
Not stupid. And I sat there, I said, God, it feels like old time. And the magazine that came out. But you have that, and yeah, I had that with me, and pictures. I bought 5x7 and bottoms-up pictures, and various ones that I give to sign to people over there.
Yeah.
Because they were giveaways. I wasn't charging anything for anybody. I wasn't there, and I got to meet the nicest people. The husbands, they were all probably in their late 40s, 50s, and they have family.
Yeah.
Very wealthy. And I feel the man who was the husband of this woman, I found out later, wonderful. He a software. And the software he had is out there. All the criminal justice systems in the world. Like, they sold it to the state of Hawaii.
Oh, wow.
And my daughter is taking classes in criminal justice. She's on his software.
Oh, wow.
Because when we were having drinks, he said, "What software do you use?" She said, "Whatever it was, I don't know." He said, "Oh, that's mine." "What do you mean it's yours?" He said, "Well, I invented it. I mean, I wrote it." And so I thought he was a millionaire. Well, I reorganized my thinking. He's got to be a millionaire. But the sweetest, nicest guy.
Wow.
The sweetest, nicest guy.
So you still meet all kinds of people who are just
And wonderful people. A family.
I did have another question. Actually, Mike already asked this question. All right, we already talked about that. Okay, no, here we go. So I bought, again, I've had a bunch of your albums for a long time, and I collect them. But I went out of my way recently to spend a little extra money because I wanted to make sure I could, have more of your stuff and listen to more of your stuff. And we talked about this earlier, I opened one of your sealed albums because I got two of them that were sealed.
Oh, the CDs?
Yeah, no, an LP. And it still had the application to be a member of the Knockers Up Club, which is so good. I plan to frame this. I just wish I could still send it in and get the certificate.
You can put it on your computer and make it bigger.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking about that. This is great. This is amazing. It says, "Herewith and henceforth in recognition for the unusually high regard for wine, women, and song, and his astute handling of all, is as of this date granted membership in the Knockers Up Club. This appointment in that great fraternal order hereby grants him all the rights and privileges and none of the obligations otherwise entailed in performing a backbreaking job well done."
Yep.
This is great. This is really good. A nonprofit organization dedicated to the ideals that men are men. It's so fun. This is just...
Someone wrote that for the company.
It's amazing.
Cost them 25 cents.
It's so good. Yeah, take a look at that.
That's just awesome.
It's so good.
Oh, they all have that. They wanted that in the albums in their rooms where the booze was.
It's so good.
What's your website now where everyone can buy all of your albums? What's the web address?
Yeah, is it just rustywarren.com?
Yeah.
You
can't. You can buy the
when you buy the
CDs.
CDs and the DVDs and stuff like that.
And pictures.
So,
and there's a
are
Facebook.
all your albums on CD now? Did they get
Probably.
Yeah.
They've been on for. YouTube's had a lot.
Yeah.
YouTube does
find
a
all
lot.
that stuff too.
I have Facebook.
I was trying to find your.
Did you see my Facebook stuff?
You know what? I actually just realized that you're on Facebook the other day. I
actually
have to join up.
I got a Facebook.
And
Liz keeps that. So there's a lot of stuff from the old years there.
Yeah.
Because she's scanning.
That's so good.
What's the rest of it? Because she's working on that now.
Mm-hmm. That's so amazing. So, so now your work's going to be at Emerson College in their archives.
I'm dealing with Emerson. I don't know if she'll let me do both.
Okay.
Because I want it at the Library of Congress because they have that stuff to put on it when it won't destroy itself.
The microfiche stuff.
Okay. That's
whatever
great.
that is, you put it.
That's so good.
And they will put that in a drawer somewhere, whatever they do when they. And they have all the albums. Their album department has it. But I wanted, like I started at the beginning to tell you, I wanted it where people could find it, and they can't do it there. So I'm going to ask them if it's okay if you have the originals, the work of all my works, and then I would like Emerson, if they would accept it, to have the discs, the discs that will be made out of all my works, so that good. People could go in and do it. And I'll give them some flyers and stuff of that sort.
Yeah.
It's all there. And there's 2 or 3 scrapbooks we're scanning now from 1960s that my mother kept for me while I was working. So all that information is there.
You know what's also great is... I'm sorry, I interrupted you.
Liz is putting it up on Facebook, so take a look.
Good.
Facebook, Rusty Warren, I guess you'll find it.
Awesome.
I was looking at more of your albums, and I don't want to keep you, but
Oh.
and doing a little research on it, I have a copy of Band in Boston, but it's another example, I think, of really great PR for you because there was no band show, right? It just looked that way.
No. That was because everyone knew about Boston. Being Band in Boston was sort of a thing that was in history.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
You can't do anything because Boston had the blue lodges. You can't sell booze after 12 Saturday night, and they were closed for Sundays. Mm-hmm. That was the Boston Blue Law for years. Part of the early history of our country was that.
Yeah.
So Band in Boston was just part of it. Jerry thought it would be a cute title.
It looks great on the cover. It looks like you really caused some
a friend of mine here went to the East Coast somewhere to his sisters or something, and he went to what do you call it, swap meets? Places where everybody has their stuff. I don't know, crafts or whatever. Yeah. And he found Band in Boston. And he brought it home to me, and she said it cost me 50 cents. Wow. I said, well, fuck you, you're not getting it back. But I gave him a CD. I had Liz press a CD for him, and I got it in the room, in fact.
Well, Rusty, first of all, this has been an insane honor. This has been amazing. Thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you both.
Thank you.
I will make sure I'll put links up on the website to everything. Everybody, please listen to Rusty's music and her jokes. I will put some clips in, if that's okay, into the show. I'll put a couple clips in so people can get an idea what we're talking about. But everybody, thank you for listening. As always, have a good thing. Normally, that's just how I end it. But if you would say knockers up to everybody, that would make my day.
Knockers up, everybody. Come on, ladies. Get with it.
Thank you so much.
You forgot.
We love you, Rusty. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jason and Mike.
Thank you. Everybody, have a good thing.
Bounce your boobies, get into the swing. Bounce your boobies, the swing is everything. Makes no difference if they're big or small. As long as you give him your all. Bounce your boobies, come on, honey, bounce them up and down. Bounce your boobies, come on, bounce your boobies, honey. Come on, loosen the bra that binds you. Take it off if you feel like it. Come on, bounce your boobies. There we go. Doesn't that feel good? Bounce your boobies. You know, girls, men aren't the only people in the world today who have something to give. But it sure looks like it sometimes. Just look around you. Men stick out all over the place. Big fat cigars. Big fat stomachs. And just where they should stick out, where is it? Yes, girls, we know what we've got and we know what they're worth. So come on, gals, let's get into the swing of things. Give your boobies some freedom. All together now. Bounce your boobies, let 'em rock and roll. Nut your knockers, keep 'em hot and so. Just admit it, gals, it sure feels great to feel them swinging. Ooh, titillate. Bounce your boobies. Come on, bounce them up and down, honey. Bounce your boobies. There, look at that gal, she's going there. Bounce your boobies. Oh, doesn't that feel good? Bounce, 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 bounce your boobies now. Bounce your boobies.
Comedy on Vinyl is a production of Stolen Dress Entertainment. It is produced by Mike Warden and is hosted and edited by Jason Klamm. Our theme song was composed and performed by Richard Levinson. Please visit stolendress.com to listen to our other podcasts, read our blogs, read our tweets, watch our videos, and read our books. Please subscribe on iTunes, and if you like us, give us a 5-star rating and a nice review. You can find us on facebook.com/comedyonvinyl, Twitter @comedyonvinyl, and find everything else at comedyonvinyl.com.